Tiare, have you been to Pulau Ubin?
Why do you ask?
I'm looking at this magazine and it talks about Chek Jawa, which is located at Pulau Ubin.
That is true. Chek Jawa is the main reason to visit Pulau Ubin, but there are many other reasons too.
Such as?
To find out more about the island, you have to follow me. Are you interested in exploring the island? Come join me for an exciting and interesting adventure to a different land.
Situated in the northeastern coast of Singapore, this offshore island is being developed into a nature park. Pulau Ubin is the last kampong village in Singapore. A stroll through Ubin takes you back to Singapore in the 1960s with the simpler pleasures of life. If you love the countryside, Pulau Ubin is the place for you. It is our island paradise.
Do they have MRT or taxi to travel around?
Sorry to say that you won't see either MRT or taxi. There are 3 modes of transport. You can hire a bicycle, take a taxi, which is a van, or you can walk around the island.
I am curious to know if life is so simple on the island. Who lives there?
Well, you will be surprised to know that some people living here have lived their whole life here. I met Mr. Lim who lives here. We are now at one of the oldest residents in Pulau Ubin, Mr. Lim, whose father was a head chief of the village.
你为什么喜欢住在这里？
因为我一生住在这里嘛，这个家好像是我的老家这样。
你住在这里多久了？
我住在这里70年了。
听说你父亲是这里的村长。
是我父亲是这里的村长。
是谁封他为村长的？
现在是联络所封他为这个村长。
Granite quarrying was once a major industry on Ubin. The first quarry was started in the 1800s. Ubin's granite was used to build the Horsburgh Lighthouse, Raffles Lighthouse and Causeway linking Singapore to Malaysia. Ubin is a treasure house of wild plants and animals. Some of these are rarely seen on the mainland but are still common on Ubin.
Are there shops?
Yes, there are shops that sell drinks, snacks and food. Most of the shops here are as old as the island.
How long has this shop been here?
It's about 70 years or something already.
Does your mother-in-law go to Singapore?
She go every Tuesday and Friday to buy the thing to sell.
When is the busiest period?
It's very busy on Saturday, Sunday and public holiday.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Where are you from?
My name's Marianne and I'm from Australia. I'm a school teacher in Australia.
Is this your first visit here?
Yes, this is my first visit to the island.
Have you heard of this island?
What I've heard about this island is it is like Singapore was 30 years ago. So the way we would have seen Singapore 30 years ago is what I was actually here 30 years ago when I was 18. And I've come back to visit the island.
I am now going to interview a volunteer from the national parks. He is going to give us a brief description of the island. What are the different kinds of tourism on this island?
There's 3 kind of group, I would say, a simple one. One, they love nature, and the other one is the bird watcher, and the other one is typical normal Singaporean or foreigners who just want to get to know what is Ubin all about.
If I were to visit the Spice Herb Garden, what adventure awaits me?
If you were to visit the Spice and Herbs Garden, you will get to know all the markets produce. And with all the logos and the names of these plant and trees, you may be wondering, such a small plant and yet it can give a good aroma in a cooked dish.
What can Chek Jawa offer to students like me and others?
Well, what Chek Jawa can offer right now currently is actually, let's go down 5,000 years back. Actually, Chek Jawa started with pure coral sandbanks, but after some time it just worn off, and what it left with Chek Jawa is just a small little sandbanks. That is now we are into the preservation. What we can offer is actually for everybody to get to know what is Chek Jawa while it lasts. So that's why all these companies are coming together, preserving Chek Jawa as what we have right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome so much. Thank you very much.
I have learned a lot about Pulau Ubin. I enjoyed the natural vegetation and laid-back comfort ambience of this clean island.
Thank you, Thierry, for sharing with me your experience. It has really inspired me. You are always welcome.